here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Giants don't get much love, right? The Giants supporting cast has been voted as not very supportive. So they've been, and rightfully so. As I said, now to be truthful here, okay, now I keep saying this, right? We had two weapons, right? We had, maybe not so much at the same time because, we had Saquon, and I believe he went to the Eagles, I guess, before we drafted Malik, right? But if we would have decided to spend a little bit of money, we're not. Saquon didn't want $87 million. I mean, we got guards out there that at the time were making more money than Saquon. Right? So you got your best weapon out there, right? And you don't want to give him $15 million. So the Giants do. They need at least one more weapon, at least. It's so difficult nowadays just to have maybe one good wide receiver and that kind of that's it. An average running game, everybody else is average. Really, really very difficult. So, wait. Here we are. I'm going to the Giants ranked 31st, according to this article. Giants completely overhauled their quarterback room this offseason, but what about the supporting cast? Well, right, I mean, we drafted Fedoni, and we got Cam, right? I am, without question, very anxious to see both those guys. I'm dying to see Cam on the field. Let's see what he can do. And I just like to see Fedoni out there, but we did not add, like last year we added Malik, right? But we still got Jalen High. We brought back Slayton, right? We got Wan'Dale Robinson. We got Malik Nabers from last year. Nobody different there, right? We had Dulcich at the end of last year. We had Manhurst, who we had last year. We had Bellinger from last year. We got Theo Johnson from last year. Right, we had Turbo Miller. We still got Eric Gray. We got Motor Singletary. We got Tyrone Tracy Jr. So basically, we brought the quarterbacks are different, except for Tommy Chicken Cutler Parmesan. But the quarterbacks are different. So, but I mean the supporting cast. They're talking about the supporting cast. So basically, our starting wide receivers, we brought them all back. Our starting tight end, Theo Johnson, we brought him back. Our top three tight ends, right? We had Manhurst, we had Bellinger, and Theo Johnson. So we brought back, right, our top three tight ends. Basically, we brought back our top 3, 4, whatever you want to say, wide receivers. Right? You got Hyatt, right? Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Malik Nabers. So we brought back same guys. 4 out of our 5 running backs we brought back from last year. So So what about the supporting cast? General Manager Joe Schoen did very little to change that. Unless you have like $3 trillion to spend in free agency or whatever, it's very difficult just to wave a magic wand and go, poof, everything's fixed. You can't do that. The one thing he did do is that our defense should be very, very nice. And we have them all for at least, it depends upon if we pick up Banks' 5th-year option or not. But we got these guys for at least this year or next year, right? And they should be good, right? So if we can add maybe in the draft another good depth piece, maybe we sign Mike McFadden before he hits free agency. That would be great, right? But I say this defense is going to be back next year, right? So. What does that leave? Well, we don't need a quarterback, right? First time in a long time we can say that. As of right now, we're not sure what Jackson Dart can do, right? But, I mean, unless there's some unbelievable running back out there, we early on, we're not going to draft a running back. So we could, hopefully we'll have to, sit back and look. How do the offensive line do, right? Do we, how's Evan Neal? Do we need a guard? Do we need to draft a guard? How's our tackle, right? But do we need to draft an offensive lineman early on? But, in those first couple rounds, we could really use a good wide receiver. Really could use that, without question. David Helman of FOX Sports views Shane not addressing the offensive weapons as a fault and recently ranked the Giants supporting cast among the worst in football. Only the Patriots were worse. So General Manager Joe Schoen, he turned the same group of wide receivers, running backs, offensive linemen, and tight ends, right? With the exception of Fedoni and Cam Skattebo. This guy wrote, whatever else happens, I'm incredibly confident Malik Nabers is about to be a superstar. Yes. So we did get him, right? His talent jumped off the screen on a dismal Giants team. That it did. And the talent level around him is undeniably better now. Truthfully, this could be a surprisingly solid unit if the offensive line, particularly Andrew Thomas, managed to stay healthy. Can Andrew Thomas stay healthy? He hasn't been able to do that the past 2 years. Now, unfortunately, sometimes, he's played a lot of snaps in college. He's played a bunch of snaps in the pros. Unfortunately, I hope not, but unfortunately, this could be a yearly thing. The Andrew Thomas watch. How many games can we get from Andrew Thomas? I hope not. I hope he plays 1,000 snaps, but we'll have to wait and see. We got, I think, the 6th game last season or whatever, and we had everybody played and all that, but once he won, the wheels just started falling off, and we just started going a heck of a handbag when Andrew Thomas got hurt last year. So hopefully he comes back healthy and he stays healthy, but we'll have to wait and see. Got Darius Slayton is better than he'll get credit for, and Tyrone Tracy had some exciting moments as a rookie. I also still believe in Brian Daboll as a coach and play caller, but really, if you're looking for reasons to be excited as the Giants fan, it starts and ends with Nabers. Starts and ends with Nabers. It appears that Mike Kafka, not Brian Daboll, will be calling plays this season, but that's no reason to lack excitement. Many positives emerged from spring workouts, namely third-year wideout Jalen Hyatt, who seems to have a solid rapport with quarterback Russell Wilson. The addition of Skattebo, a solid pass catcher out of the backfield, also adds a dynamic to the team's offense that's lacked in recent seasons. So now we got, the nice thing there too, right, is that with Tyrone Tracy, obviously Tyrone Tracy Jr., who was a former wide receiver, right, and we got Cam, right, catch the ball out of the backfield as well. So if you saw that game, I mean, he did freaking everything. He did everything but kick field goals in that game. He threw a touchdown pass. He caught one down the sideline. I tell you what, if the guy from Texas didn't rip his basically rip his head off. If he didn't pull on his face mask and rip his helmet off, Cam might have scored a touchdown on that one. But, he was running all over the freaking place. The pass wasn't that great. It was so kind of far off target. I think the wide receiver had to come back to get it. And that kind of made him open, and he went for a touchdown. But, his running is undeniable. So, Cam could do quite a bit. So, as I said, the nice thing is we've seen Tracy take a couple long ones to the house last year, and we know he's got the hands too. So that's good. Wide receiver Malik Nabers is the obvious star, and the offense will be run through him. But with some health along the offensive line, coupled with some competent quarterback play, the Giants should perform at a much higher level in 2025. And their supporting cast, albeit similar to a season ago, will warrant a ranking better than 31st when all is said and done. Well, we will have to wait and see. But what we got here, right? The supporting cast is the Patriots. Well, let me start it. Who's number one? Is it quite possibly could be the Eagles? I wouldn't doubt that. Number one, yeah, Eagles. Eagles are number one. The Vikings are number two. The Lions are number three. The Bengals are number four. Those two wide receivers they got. My goodness. Tampa Bay, number five. Okay. The Rams are number six. 49ers are number seven. The Ravens are number eight. The Falcons are number nine. And the Chiefs are number 10. But all the way in the back here, I think the Jets are 30. The Jets 30th? Yeah, the Jets are 30th. Tennessee is 29. The Browns are 28. But we got the Patriots number 32. And the Giants supporting cast is number 31. So, once again, I mean, that's something certainly that the Giants are going to have to work on. Like next year. As I said, the Giants had so many, once again, a lot of holes. They plugged up a lot on defense, right? So the defense is set. We got pretty much the same defense for the next couple of years, and you can almost even look for maybe almost all of the players for the next 3 years. That whole secondary, except for maybe Banks, for like almost the next 3 years. So the defense is kind of locked and loaded, and they're very young too, right? So the defense, another one. Here, bud, come here. The defense is pretty much locked and loaded, right? Now we need to work on the offense. We have after the season's over. Come here, buddy. Come here. How's the offensive line, right? Do we need to add something to that next year, whether in free agency or in the draft? We need. We can really use another weapon. It's very difficult to go very far in this league with only just one weapon. That's it. Look what the Eagles did. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley. Booyah! Super Bowl! All right, so.